What's up guys, welcome back to the Baseless Indonesian Show. Today I'm not going to be delivering my takes or giving you a video essay. Today is just about updates and discussing what I should be doing moving forward. Okay, first off, let's talk about quick updates. Recently I've been going through a period of creative burnout. Like guys, honestly, I don't know what to write anymore. And that usually comes on and off. It's the reason why recently my upload schedule is a bit too inconsistent and I haven't been delivering the best in terms of my podcast and video essays. Like my views are definitely going down in both my dialogue and monologue videos. And I've been doing a lot of reflecting, and the problem seems to stem from the fact that the Baseless Indonesian Show is simply a political
Ladies and
channel.
gentlemen, we got him.
Mati.
It's a whole self-cycling issue I noticed, since both my burnout affects the channel and the channel also affects my burnout. Let me share to you how. Basically, since I'm a political channel, I don't get much endorsements as normal creators on Instagram and TikTok would get. Brands usually don't request endorsements from political creators like me because they don't want to be associated with any political messaging or discomfort. I don't blame them, since brands want to sell products, and products that attach themselves to a political messaging that doesn't sit well with the mass isn't going to sell. So unless I'm a big political content creator, I wouldn't get any endorsements whatsoever, and it's affecting me financially and opportunity-wise as well. Like there was this one time a brand threw a party and they invited everybody inside this WhatsApp group filled with creators except me. And honestly, it felt kind of awful being the only guy who wasn't invited, but then again, I don't put it against the brand for not inviting me. I understand that they were just trying to do their job and were just trying to avoid poor optics from being associated with politics. Now, Baseless Indonesian Show is a channel that deep dives about Indonesian politics and its related memes. But recently, as we move away from the elections, political affairs in Indonesia is low-key dying down. And the trend will only continue to be like this until the end of 2027. Which means that I have another 2 years to go by where I do content for you guys without much materials to make. And all of this has made me rethink the direction of where my content is heading. Being a young political channel in a climate where politics is not in the season, it's pushing me away from various opportunities and people who don't want to associate with politics. And also from my own audience, because let's face it, we all get bored of politics. So here's the deal. I don't want the channel to fall into irrelevance or become one of those, hey, sorry guys, I haven't uploaded in a while type of channels. I feel you guys are a big part of what makes content making for me somewhat enjoyable, so you deserve better than that. So I'm thinking out loud here, and I'd love your input regarding where should the Baseless Indonesian Show go to next? Should I go more cultural? Should I do more global local connects? Or should I build something bigger? Now let me explore why I came to reach either of these three options. So for option one, well, Indonesian politics is dry right now, but Indonesian culture never stops evolving. We've got TikTok trends, religion versus modernity discourse, online drama, celebrity politician hybrids, and cringe nationalist cinema. Maybe we pivot towards analyzing Indonesian culture and social behavior through the very same sharp, very intellectual and ingenious lens that you have come to expect from me. I'm just kidding. I'm talking about topics like why Indonesians like tungaret, aka procrastinating, why going to a university in the West gets people to worship the ground we walk on, or the jamet culture. It honestly just makes sense for the show to circle towards more culture, since one of the goals of this channel was to make Indonesia more international friendly. Now moving on to option two, should I do more global local connections? This is something I've been itching to do for a while now. And we talk about Indonesia all the time, but what if we zoomed out and compared to what's happening around the world? Like, how does American political polarization mirror our own left versus right, but also not really chaos? Why does Gen Z in Thailand and Korea get so bold and organized with their activism while we're here stuck between performative wokeness and nihilistic meme pages? Or what if we did a deep dive on what happens if Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Papua, Timor-Leste and Brunei unite to make Mafilindo, and we explore the population, likely political system, GDP, and society. More global translatable content is something I'm up for, since I've already did so with my Chindo Simping problem video, but here's the fear. I don't want to lose you, the Indonesian audience. Because this show is still for you guys. If it becomes too international and not grounded in our context, it stops being the baseless Indonesian show. Moving on to the last option. Should I build something bigger? Over the course of the last year, I've been meeting a lot of people for my content from cross industries, from movies, comedy, entertainment, even to politics. And 8 months ago, due to being in position at the crossroads, some of my creator friends, particularly from the Gen Z political circle, suggested that I spearhead a Gen Z political movement of Zoomer public figures, creators, and experts. I think that making a political movement led by Zoomers wouldn't really make that much impact right now, since nobody really takes us seriously, and obviously because this is not the political season, but I did try and figure a compromise, which is why I made the Indonesia Bebas Bersuara segments on my channel. The goal of Indonesia Bebas Bersuara was to foster a debate discussion culture in Indonesia. Like, millennials have already promoted critical thinking in public consciousness, so I thought it would be more complete if that critical thinking could be practiced inside a forum discussion, like in the fashion of Indonesia's Lawyer Club. Because let's face it, the debate and discussion culture in Indonesia is really low, and people are afraid of being seen as incorrect and wrong because keeping face in Indonesia is still a thing. Being smart doesn't really help you either, because Indonesia doesn't really teaches you intellectual communication with empathy, so you could come off as authoritarian or arrogant. Circling back to the forum, Indonesia Bebas Bersuara is something I'm working on to springboard into something bigger, perhaps an ormas, perhaps a political party, or a think tank, or an actual full-blown talk show instead of a podcast. I don't know. But with the help of all my friends inside the forum and you guys, we'll definitely get somewhere. Now we're reaching the end of this video, and what I'd like to say is it doesn't have to be either one of these options. It can be two, and it could all be three of them. But what I'd like is to know where your expectations on where my video should lean on in the future, what you think this show should become. And that's important to me, because this channel has never just been a solo project. There's cameramans, there's a bunch of my editors as well, and it's always been a two-way street. You're not just the audience, you're the reason this show keeps evolving. Your reactions shape my direction, your comments sparks my new ideas, your criticism keeps me grounded. So before I take the next step, I need to hear it from you guys. Where do you see the Baseless Indonesian show heading towards next? Leave what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the Baseless Indonesian show, and don't forget to join my Discord server. I swear to God, you will regret not joining my Discord server. I'll see you guys in the next episode of the Baseless Indonesian show.
Subscribe to the Based Indonesian show. Dijamin halal.